Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me. For this week's reading, I'll be working with the Cosmic Reading Cards by Nari Anastasia. I haven't worked with this deck for quite a while. It's a beautiful deck and I felt like this is a good energy to bring in for this week's reading. We've entered into March, so let's see what's coming through. I also want to thank everyone who attended. This one popped out. I also want to thank everyone who attended my event yesterday. What I find in these mediumship and channeling events is a lot of healers and people who are awakening, psychics and healers, and they're awakening to their truth and their identity and their soul purpose, and they're coming to my events, and I just find it's so amazing, their energy and just them being around in these events. It's helpful for everyone and I learn from everyone, and so I felt like this deck kind of helps with ascension, and it has all these amazing messages, so I wanted to work with this deck. It's just a different energy when I have light workers come in for my group events. So I'll just pull 3 cards. Okay, so the first card we have is Sacred Journey. Okay, and what I'm seeing in this card is the serpent, and I'm also seeing the peacock here. Now, what's interesting about serpents, okay? Yeah, I want to share my dream. Recently, I had a dream, and in my dream, I saw this man. I opened the door, my front door, and there's this man. He's dark skinned, but he has on his head, he has these dreadlocks, but these dreadlocks are actually snakes. So his head is filled with snakes. For those who are familiar with Medusa, it's almost like the male version of Medusa, except like he's dark skinned, he has these snakes, and then he has a serpent around his neck. And as you guys know, I have a huge Shiva tapestry here, and he does have a serpent around his neck. Okay, so but in my dream, when I opened the door and I saw him, I wasn't intimidated by him or scared. He just smiled at me and I felt comforted by him. So I don't know, I just felt like sharing this dream, and I recently had this dream and I'm seeing the serpent here again. Now, the serpent does speak a lot about Kundalini energy, okay? So you could be going through an awakening right now. Your Kundalini energy could be rising. I did have a Kundalini experience quite a few years back. It was very intense, guys, and I don't know if anyone has had a Kundalini experience. Please share about it. What happens is, thank God I was in the bed, it was nighttime, and this energy just rose, and I've never seen this. It was like a lightning that happens in your body, and you're almost because I felt like, am I dying? Because I couldn't move my body, but I could just see this lightning, but it's from my body and it moves from the lower chakras right up to your crown, and it's very intense, and you're just in it, and you can't do, all you can do is just surrender to it. But it was very intense, and your body feels helpless, but at the same time in your mind, I just felt like I needed to surrender to whatever was happening, but I'll never forget it because it was very intense. So I don't know if you guys have had that kind of a Kundalini rising experience or anything like that, but this does speak of this. We all have this coiled serpentine energy in our lower chakra. It's dormant, but it can be activated at any time. So I like to read these cards intuitively. So what I'm getting with this one is you are awakening. There's a lot of changes happening in you, okay? And with this, it's almost looks like the peacock feathers to me. It's like You need to open up your feathers. You need to stand in your glory. You need to accept your sacred journey. Okay, this says sacred journey, that your journey is sacred to you. With this serpentine energy, I'm also feeling a lot of transformation, shedding of skins, you know, getting in touch with your truth, getting in touch with your authenticity. You see all these colors, it's like the colors of fire, and you know, this yellows and orange and reds. It's like you tapping into the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, and bringing that energy up into your crown chakra. So this is pretty much, you know, how I see the Kundalini rising, and you see how this is like your crown chakra opening up. So the serpentine energy is so powerful, and it's like, you know, this, you can check out snake medicine or snake totem, but it's all about this transformation that is going on, the skins that you are shedding. And it's a powerful time. So for some of you, you may feel like these energy surges move through you, but your journey is unique. Now I'm going to move to the next card, and then we're going to see the overall energy that I'm getting. Okay, so the second card we have is self-worth. And you know what's interesting is she has her face covered in just her eyes, her piercing strong eyes, but at the same time I'm seeing this like a doorway and this lighted third eye. Okay, so with this card, it's like you may feel the need to cocoon yourself, you may feel the need to protect your energy, but this is, you know, I feel like a powerful, like your third eye is opening up. But I also feel with this energy that your need to protect your energy, maybe from some people or some situations. You know, especially I find that when we are going through transformations like this, we become super sensitive. And, you know, intuitively, you will feel yourself with situations you need to avoid. Where do you not need to be? Because you may feel so open and so vulnerable that you feel that I don't want to be in this space, I don't want to be around these people, maybe there's too much noise, maybe it's too chaotic, you don't want to be, you just want to cocoon yourself. So that's another thing that I'm getting with this card. Because it's all blue, I'm also getting that, you know, self-worth. Maybe when you grew up, you know, there was no validation for the way you thought and the way you believed your truth to be, and you may have held back your truth as a child because maybe you were so different. Her third eye is open, and you know, maybe the things that you spoke were way ahead of your time, or you felt that your friends or your peers or your family would shun them or shut you down, so you have held back. But with this, I'm also feeling it's like there's no need now to protect yourself, there is no need now to hold your voice back, to hold your truth back. Okay, you have gone through this sacred journey of awakening. Sometimes it takes a lot of lifetimes, guys, to get there. You know, it's a journey that continues, and you are this beautiful person. You need to not hide aspects of yourself. Okay, for some, I'm also getting, you see the truth of a lot of people and a lot of situations. You need to trust yourself. Okay, I'm also getting words like indigo. You may be an indigo, you may be a star seed, and you have a divine purpose. Sometimes we doubt ourselves. Is this true? Can I really get it? Can, you know, even as a healer or psychic, you may doubt yourself that, you know, am I psychic enough? Will I be a good healer? Can I channel this energy? This card is saying that you need to work on your self-worth. You need to trust yourself. You have all the gifts within you. And that's what I was telling someone in my event yesterday. She had beautiful psychic abilities, but She was afraid of stepping out of the closet. And you know, this is exactly how I'm feeling with this card. Like, you are this beautiful energy, you are connected to the divine, okay? You are psychic, you are healer, whatever you're doing, whichever field you are in, you have all these gifts that are from other lifetimes, and in this lifetime you don't need to hold yourself back. And the third card we have, this is so beautiful, this is celebration, okay? And number 6, that's all about balance. So, you know, with this card, I feel like it's almost like this seed that grows into this beautiful flower and it blooms. And I don't know, I feel like this is again the serpent kind of energy in the background. So, you know, with this card, I feel like allow your light to shine. Allow your uniqueness to be just as you are. You know, you are different for a reason. Your gifts are there for a reason. But you know, we have to water the seed. We have to water the seed. We have to allow our gifts and whoever we are, we have to nurture that, and we have to allow that to bloom. Because if you don't nurture your gifts, if you don't allow yourself to be fully who you are, how can you expect yourself to bloom? How can you expect yourself? If you're just shutting yourself down, like, you're doing such a big disservice to yourself, to your soul, and to others. Because imagine the lives that you can touch, imagine the difference that you can make. But if you hold back because of self-worth, because you don't feel like you're worthy of anything good, then you're holding yourself back. You're holding this beautiful energy and you're not allowing yourself to fully be. And this card is a confirmation that when you allow yourself to bloom, when you allow yourself to be, you will be, you know, you will be celebrated. You not only will you celebrate yourself, you'll draw people who are drawn to your unique light. You know, the truth is there is more than, you know, I want to say this right. There's so much to go around, and what I mean is we live in an abundant universe, okay? So don't compare your light to another. Each one of us is unique, and you came here with your gifts, and you will draw your people to you. And you know, there is more than anything to go around. And I don't think I'm saying this right, because I'm not getting the right words right now, but I think you guys understand where I'm going with this. So stop comparing your light to anyone else. Stop comparing your gifts to anyone else. Don't be in your mind like, but I can't be as good enough as this person or that person or that person. You are amazing just the way you are. You just have to work on your self-worth. You just have to believe in yourself. And the more you hold back, the more you're holding back your energy, and it does not serve anyone, guys. Most importantly, it does not serve you. And this is one of the things that I want to share with you, that, you know, I was in this space for so long. I was in this space because I didn't feel good enough for anything, but Spirit was after me, that this is part of my mission. And the message that they kept giving me was, if I don't do it in this lifetime, I will have to come back again. And that is the message I did not like at all. I didn't want to come back again. And this, you know, what I felt was the second time around it's going to be more tough. So I just have to step into it and accept myself. A lot of it has to do with self-acceptance, guys. Till you don't accept yourself, you can't expect anyone to accept you, and not everyone is going to accept you, guys, and that's okay. But I tell you, you're going to find your tribe, you're going to find your people who are going to love you for exactly who you are. And you know, you will feel so amazing, and there'll be good blessings coming for you, okay? That's also what I'm getting. Now, for some of you, I feel like you are being guided in a different direction. You are getting a lot of intuitive hunches as to what you have to do. That's again what I'm feeling. And when you follow your path, when you follow your truth, you will be so happy that you did, okay? This will be like a happy surprise that will come to you. Let me see if there's anything else. I just feel like for a long time you have held back your energy, and there is so much of this beauty, you know, this transformational energy that is within you. It's really about you spreading your wings. It's really about you being your true self. You know, when if you look at a peacock, you know, it kind of spreads its feathers, and when we look at it, we're in awe of its beauty. We're like, wow, look at all the colors and the feathers, and it's a unique bird, right? But it's not, it kind of hones that beauty. It is what it is, and people get, you know, amazed by it. So I feel it's almost like that, like you're unique and you're different, but you know, because of your uniqueness, it's like people are in awe of you. That's what I feel. And it's really like you have to accept who you are and move forward on your path. And for some, this is about speaking, okay? I do feel like you have this, because as soon as I felt this, I felt like my throat chakra kind of tightened up. So I feel like your purpose may be to speak up, your purpose may be to share on a larger scale. And it's like, if you've held yourself back, you need to step out and you need to fully step into your power. So I'm gonna close this reading here. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for subscribing, and I will see you next week.